What is up, players? It's Warboss Tape in this mug. I am joining an Only War campaign put on by Ken Leonhardt, which many of you all should know and love just as much as I do. He's gathered a bunch of us together. Sergeant Tristan, or Ethelith, myself, Kelly Arlepu, and Blue Cloud Andrew are going to be doing a very intro campaign for Only War, the role-playing game for Warhammer 40,000, specifically the Imperial Guard. So here's my basic stat lines character sheet that I've whipped up for myself. Got the rule book next to me, so we're going to look at how we're going to create a character. The first thing we do is we start rolling for our statistics, characteristics, I guess. So you've got weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, agility, intelligence, perception, willpower, and fellowship. So we're going to be playing off of Roll D20. So I've got their website up. They have a really cool little virtual dice thing. So I'm going to roll it, and just because of the glare, oh look, I'm wearing my Aloha shirt today. You don't have to see that, but if you put in the info and you hit roll, then little dice should come out. There we go, and very cool, 6 and a 10. So, I should have took that roll. All right, so, or 5 and a 10 that was. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna roll 2 dice now, and we're gonna look at weapon skill. So weapon skill in Warhammer is how well you are in melee combat, rather. So the first one is 13, a 7 and a 6. So for my weapon skill, what you do is you roll 2 d10 and then you add 20. So 20 plus 13 is 33. It's not so bad. Ballistic skill is going to be where I want to get a nice high score just because it's so important. Shooting. 8 and 10. Woo! 18! 38. That is awesome. I am super happy with that. Strength is a measure of the character's raw physical strength. I hit the roll button, and the result we got was what is it? The anticipation is killing me. Did I hit the button? Thought I did. Roll. Was it another 18? No. Okay, it wasn't. A 6 and a 1, 7. It was an 18. Oh my gosh. Yeah, check that out. 13, 18, and 18. Okay, so 13, 18, 18. That was so strength is 38. Wow, I've never gotten 2 super high numbers like that in a row. So 38, and toughness, or how easily a character shrugs off injury, as well as how easily he resists toxins, hazardous environments, disease, and other physical ailments. Unfortunately, that's the low one. 6 and a 1 is 7. So 27 for toughness. I'm not that tough, I guess. Agility is a character's quickness, reflexes, and poise. So I'm going to hit the roll button and activate. And my agility is going to be 13. Plus 20 is 33, which is pretty good. Okay, intelligence. The character class that I want is going to need a high intelligence. So cross your fingers, hit roll, and six. Ah, that's my lowest one so far. So 26. I might want to re-roll that. 37, or perception next. So perception is how sharp a character is. It reflects how he perceives his surroundings and how acute his physical senses are. And I got a 14 plus 20 is 34. Willpower. Hit the roll button, and 12 plus 20 is 32. That's not bad. Willpower in this game demonstrates a character's strength of will. It helps him withstand the horrors of war and the awful opponents he is bound to encounter on the countless battlefields. Finally, we're going to give him a fellowship score. Fellowship represents a character's ability to interact with others and his ability to deceive, charm, befriend, or lead them. So we're going to hit the roll button. Booyaka! And the result is 8. I guess I'm not very friendly. 28. Okay, so in all the role-playing games I've ever played, what I like to do is roll up my characteristics, and then I allow all of my players to re-roll one of them, and then choose the higher score. So, like I said, intelligence for the character I want, he's going to be dealing a lot with electronics and using his technical abilities a lot. I really want to get higher than a 26. Hopefully I won't get lower, because 26 right now is what I will take if I get any lower. But yeah, let's see. Let's re-roll that, and we'll take the higher score of the 2. So my 1 character re-roll is going to come out to, for intelligence, 17. Woo! I'm more than happy with a 37. How fortuitous. I have a pretty good character, I think. Alright, so those are my basic characteristics, and then I'm going to choose my specialty. So my specialty in the book, I was looking through the different careers: heavy gunner, medic, operator, sergeant, weapons specialist. The ones I really liked were the Ratling Sniper, like a little hobbit in space. I also really like the Tech Priest Engine Seer with all the gadgets and the doodads. But then what I decided in the end was just to do a regular guardsman, and to pick one that I thought was really cool was the Operator, who employs all of the weapon or the transport and other vehicles, pilots them. So I picked that. We're going to take a look at our guy. Look, there he is in a Sentinel. And so these are, when you're creating your character, after you've determined your characteristics, after you rolled them up, you get these different modifiers. So I'm going to get a +5 on my agility. So let's change that right now. My agility was 33. So I'm just going to change that to a 38. Then starting aptitudes. These aptitudes basically means these are the things that you gain experience in faster, so or require less experience for you to level up in. So I don't think I have anywhere on this paper to write those down. I'll write those down later. Agility, ballistic skill, fellowship, fieldcraft, intelligence, and tech. Starting skills: common lore, tech, which is good. Common lore basically means that you know the basics of things. You don't have to go to, these aren't things you have to go to school for or to really study in depth. And tech means anything technical, from the workings of a weapon to like just basically appeasing the machine spirits of different items and vehicles. Okay, or navigate. So I decided to choose common lore tech instead of navigate surface. Navigate surface means basically that you can like orient yourself. It's like orientation. If you have a map, or you can kind of plot out the best way to get from one place to another on the surface of a planet. Operate means how to drive surface vehicles, so that's fantastic. And tech use, which means how to use. So common lore is kind of like I would know certain things about the machine spirits and rituals of the machine cults and the Adeptus Mechanicus. Tech use actually means I would know how to use, I would actually be able to use the machines. So this is good. That's stuff you need to be to operate vehicles. So operate surface and tech use. Starting talents, technical knock means that I can unjam a weapon for a half action with a very short and sharp application of force. And weapon training, las or solid projectile. I am going to go with solid. Weapon training, solid projectile. There's so much more. I don't know. Solid or... I have to choose. Las guns, there's so many different las guns, but and you can recharge them with their power packs. But solid, I don't know if that's going to affect if I want to fire like different guns like auto cannons or heavy cannon tanks and stuff. If that affects it, I'm going to go for solid for now. And if that turns out to be wrong, oh well. Specialist equipment that I get is an Auspex scanner, common craftsmanship mind impulse unit. That's the thing that you plug into the machines to be able to interface with them. A combi tool, which is going to help my tech rolls. It's kind of like a wrench slash hammer slash everything. A data slate and a las cutter. Cool. And wounds is 6 plus 1 d5. Let's see if there's a d5 on this. No, there isn't. So I'm going to do a d10. Oh yeah, I don't think a d5 exists. I'm going to do 1 d10, and I'm going to do like 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, etc., etc., etc. I got a 6. So that would be a 3. Yeah, that would be a 3. So 6 plus 3 is a 9. So my starting wounds is 9. Alright, current, 9. Fatigue, nothing. Critical damage, nothing. I don't have any of this other stuff at this point. This is all things that'll probably happen to me later. And along with your starting character, you get a different amount of experience points when you start out, right? So I think for new characters, characteristic advances here, you start off with here, starting experience, fate points. Ooh, fate points, that's super important. I want to roll up for you guys. That shows how many times, well, fate points are really, yeah, I guess there's more information that you would have to look it up. I thought if there's a way that I could briefly explain what fate points do in the game. They're basically like get out of jail cards. They help you re-roll in very extreme circumstances. They can save your character's life. They're very, very rare commodity, so there you go. And I'm gonna hit the roll button, and fate points is, oh sweet, I got a 10, and that means I'm gonna have 3 fate points. Nice. All right, aptitudes. So these are all the things that I can, or that I've specialized in, or that I take a liking to. So it'll make it easier for me to gain experience. And where does it say all of my? Oh, look at all this stuff I have to do. Okay, so starting experience. I'm a guardsman character. I'm not a specialist, so I have 600 starting experience points to spend. So that means I can either spend them on bumping up some of my characteristics. I can gain skills. I can learn a talent. Or I can use those experience points to give my comrades some advances. The awesome thing about this game, which makes it different from other role-playing games, is you have like a little buddy that hangs out with you. I guess it's not too unique in the role-playing games nowadays, but you basically have a tag-along NPC that helps you out. So my comrade, if I say with my 600 experience points, if I'm in a vehicle, I can make him be a gunner, which means that I can roll to operate the weapon as if I were operating it myself. So I would be driving, and he would be the gunner, and I'd basically be shouting orders at him, and he'd be firing with my ballistic skill, which at 38 is pretty good. Or put that out. If the operator's vehicle catches fire, the comrade jumps into action. If the comrade is inside the vehicle, he spends a full action to end any fire effect currently afflicting the vehicle. Okay, so that's an order. Just like the Imperial Guard in Warhammer 40k, you can give your comrades orders, like fire at the enemy, or duck, or help me out somehow. So your characters in the role-playing game can help you out with that. I don't know if I'm going to need that as much. For the gunner, though, that's pretty good, I think. Although I don't know if there are other guys in the group that take a character with tech use, or that's able to fire the weapon, then maybe they would be able to fire it. Then I don't have to worry about firing it. I might have to come back to think about that, because there's definitely so many skills and so many good ways that you can advance your character in this game. Where is it? Yeah, I know I definitely want to think about getting dodge. I might want to use my first 600 experience points to get combat related things that will help me out, since this is supposed to be a short introduction video or adventure. Catachin Jungle Fighters! Then I'm going to probably want to do that. So now that I've got my character's basic stuff, what I would do is look at the regiment. So your character does not fight by himself. He fights as a member of a regiment. So these Catachin Jungle Fighters get the following bonuses. So I'll add this to my list right now. Get some bumps in stats. Another starting aptitude that you can add to your list of aptitudes. Skill, navigate surface, nice, and survival. And lightning reflex. Okay, so yeah, then all these special things that kind of are special and individual and unique to your gaming group. So that's why it's important to pick a regiment that you and your friends like and your gaming group likes. Okay. Oh, and look at this. I get a bump in my wounds because I'm a member of the Catachin Jungle Fighters. Favorite weapons, flamer, heavy bolter, and all the equipment that you get. Very good. Okay, so my basic guy is done. If there are any other starting skills or talents that I really like, then I'll mention it in the next video. But stay tuned. I hope you guys follow along on our channels. We will probably be doing updates on our adventures. We're going to be using Roll20. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. Probably did when I was doing the dice mechanics to do our video games. And we're going to be doing it, I believe, over Google Hangout. Google Plus Hangout. But yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really, really great. And I usually GM or DM my role-playing games, so it's going to be really fun just being able to sit back and be a part of the action for once. Thanks for watching. I hope to give you more information as we get closer and as we go along with this role-playing game. I'm super stoked and excited, and I hope you guys are too. Laters, players!